Well, let me read this out loud. Top officials say Democrats behind closed doors are now nervous that Kamala Harris has failed them. Oh boy. And this one says expert reveals why Democrats are getting very nervous about Kamala Harris. I wonder why. What did they expect? And she also got booed off stage at her own rally. Beyonce didn't perform. And now Trump has a #1 hit song beat mixes once again that is circulating all over social media. And one of the biggest ones is TikTok. So let's play one of them. Have you heard this one?
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce.
I think I need to go and let y'all see this video, man. Shout out to the homie, man. I gotta let y'all see this, man. Shout out to my brother Ace, man. He been calling out the truth as well. And yeah, man. Wow, this one got almost 1 million views, but everybody's reposting videos to this this sound piece right here. So let me know if y'all heard this, man. I know this is trending right now with this whole Beyonce situation.
Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce.
So yeah, man, everybody is, as you can see, posting clips of this, man.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce.
Everybody's wearing their MAGA hats, man, posting clips of this, man. This is what I'm talking about. Wow.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce.
Yeah. So there y'all go, man. Y'all can go look at you know, all over your TikTok pages and Facebooks, Instagram. You'll probably see that everywhere. As it's trending right now. But yeah, man, you just can't make it up. And let's go and jump into this, y'all. Experts reveal why Democrats are getting very nervous about Kamala Harris.
You hear all this talk about the 7 battleground states and everyone and anyone has to be there. So sometimes it looks a little odd when you see a Democrat like Kamala Harris in the state of Texas, usually a reliably red state, although Ted Cruz does have a battle on his hand to keep his Senate seat there. And then you look forward to Sunday, tomorrow, when Donald Trump will be at Madison Square Garden. No doubt a friendly venue there for him at Madison Square Garden, but in the bluest of blue states himself, doing all of this, again, with 10 days to go. Bob Cusack said there is a method to this, and sometimes it can work. He is the Hill editor-in-chief. So, Bob, what are we to make of that? I just found it interesting. About 48 hours apart, the candidates are going into what would traditionally be deemed unfriendly territory.
Yeah, Neil, it is a bit unusual, but as you mentioned, well, I mean, Trump likes to think he's going to win New York. He's not going to win New York, but it does attract headlines. And of course, you have a big Senate race in Texas. So, but there are operatives on both sides who really want the candidates to not be going to states like Texas and New York, but be basically camping out in the 7 battlegrounds. That said, the Trump visit to MSG continues quite a streak of, I think, good PR.
Just imagine, man. I really do. I want Trump. Y'all don't know how bad I want Trump to just clean house, man. Turn some things red, man, and I believe history is gonna be done on that map, man. And this was a fair, free election, man. You know, that things would turn red, man. That it honestly should look like how it did in 1984, man. 49 verse 1. Because if you look at if you look at the Harris-Walz campaign and the Trump-Vance campaign, that's what it should look like. 49 verse 1. I'm still waiting for this lady to answer my questions. And I don't think she's fit. It's not about because she's a woman. It has nothing to do with identity politics. It's about policy, man. And they're running off identity politics. They're running off joy. I mean, it's crap, man. An opportunity, dreams and aspirations. It's crap, man.
Or Democrats would call them stunts, whatever you want to call them. They've worked. McDonald's, going to the barber shop. It attracts headlines, and that's really Harris has been struggling at generating headlines.
You know, this 3-hour interview Joe Rogan had with Donald Trump, I don't know if I've ever seen or heard anything like that. And to your point about Donald Trump and the McDonald's incident, which seemed politically brilliant to do, he just seems to be doing, no pun intended, more of that outside the box stuff that either she or her staff are reluctant to do or just don't want to do.
Yeah.
I wonder what you make of that.
Yeah, I mean, when's the last time Harris sat down for a 3-hour interview? I mean, when you're going to become or trying to become the president, you've got to go for it. You can't be too careful. Harris has been very careful. None of the media blitz has been a home run. I thought Monday, the CNN town hall, it really did not work for her. She evaded questions.
Terrible.
And Democrats are getting very nervous because of that, because Trump is closing stronger than she is right now, at least from a PR standpoint.
I'm wondering, too, the Harris campaign seems to be acting like they're sitting on a lead.
Yeah.
You know these polls better than I ever will, but I look at them, they're dead even. She's not sitting on anything but a very tight race. So you can throw a little caution. Probably you should throw, to Donald Trump's example, a little caution to the wind. The worst it could do is that particular event doesn't pan out, but it doesn't send you tumbling in the polls. I'm sure in the case of Donald Trump and that McDonald's visit, it helped. I guess I don't see the logic.
I don't see it either, Neil, and I think Harris smartly called herself, unlike Biden, when he was going to be the nominee, the underdog. But she's not acting like the underdog. Successful politicians always act like the underdog. You always pretend, even if you're winning by 5, you pretend you're down by 5. And that works both in politics and sports. And listen, I think that Trump is certainly not playing it safe, not with, obviously, Joe Rogan. It was good. It was a friendly conversation. But still, 3 hours. I mean, that's a long time. And Trump doesn't mind letting his guard down. Harris does.
Yeah, you know, let me ask you as well. I just had a guest on talking about some of the unions and the non-endorsement, particularly the Teamsters. It varies by states. I get all of that. But it is a trend lately, Bob. And I've noticed it now with the case of major newspapers like the Washington Post, the Los Angeles Times, neither committed to endorsing a candidate one way or the other. Now, newspapers don't carry nearly the cachet and clout they used to be, where an endorsement did mean a great deal. But if endorsements would buy election, Hillary Clinton would have been president, and that never happened. So what do you make of what these two large newspapers, they're not alone, there are others who are stopping this.
And them P. Diddy celebrity endorsements, and P. Diddy party participants.
What do you make of it?
It's an interesting development. Obviously, the Washington Post and others taking criticism for this, but I agree with you. I think it's a relic of the past, and the Hill has never endorsed a candidate, and I think newspapers should stick to the news. At the same time, as far as the race, you see Harris and Trump. Trump is cutting into her territory, whether that's African Americans, whether that's Latinos, whether that's the Teamsters. I know the Teamsters didn't endorse, but their data was basically 2-to-1 for Trump. I mean, I know the Teamsters aren't the SEIU or a more liberal union, but 2-to-1. I mean, that's eye-opening.
I'm wondering, too, then, what do you think plays out in these next 10 days? Everyone waits for the October surprise. We've had several surprises. I don't think they've moved the needle much. But what could in the days ahead?
You know, obviously, you got a foreign policy. You've got some bad actors out there who wanna, for one way or the other, they wanna basically move the direction to Harris or Trump. So that's something to watch. I think either candidate, Neil, can win this race, but Harris needs a stronger finish because she's had a rough couple weeks, and I think she's got to go for it. You know, we've seen nominees over the years after the election, losing nominees, whether that's Hillary Clinton, Al Gore, Mitt Romney. You know, you see their more personal side after they lose. She's got to show that right now and answer questions directly. She hasn't been doing that.
Interesting. We'll watch closely. We don't have much more time to watch, but we'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, I just don't see it, y'all. I really don't, man. I'm ready for this for November to be here too myself. You know, and the more she talks and goes out there and speaks, it gets worse. But anyways, let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Hit that like button if you haven't already, so more people can see this video. Share the video, and we are wishing the best in everybody's life, man. That is too big to rig. Make sure you go out and vote, and I will catch you beautiful people in the next one. Peace and love, y'all.